Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to QAT channel. Alhamdulillah, in this series of videos, we are learning about the morphology of simple Arabic verbs. This particular session is a continuation of the last session, which is command verbs. So we are going to continue to learn command verbs in this session, also in the next session. So let's begin, inshallah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In this session, inshallah, what we are going to see examples of command verbs that have lam of command. Remember, in the last session, we saw the charts of command verbs. And command verbs have two particles, lam kasra, and also it has hamza. Active present tense, second person active present tense verbs, command verbs have hamza at the beginning. All other common verbs have lam kasra at the beginning. So we are going to look into examples today in this session that are command verbs that carry lam of command at the beginning. So let's move on, inshallah. Okay, so let's learn about the command verbs that carry lam of command at the beginning. Usually the lam of command in Quran for simple verbs appears with sukun. It appears as a lam sakina instead of lam kasra li. And also usually they appear immediately after waw or thumma or fa. Okay, now let's look into some examples to be more clear, inshallah. So we have some examples here. Wal yaktub. So immediately after waw, I see a lam sakina. If that happens, then I should know this is a lam of command. Okay, so they don't come as lam kasra, they come as lam sakina. When they come right and they appear immediately after waw or thumma or fa. Another example, thumma yaqta. Okay, again, lam sakina immediately after thumma, so this is a command verb. Over here also, this is a command verb because we have lam of command. Third example, falyaktub. Again, we have lam sakina immediately after fa. So this means this is lam of command and this is a command verb. Okay. But you remember for the lam kasra, we saw lam kasra another place, right? We saw lam kasra li as a nasb particle. And there are verbs in Quran that there is a clearly li, lam kasra li at the beginning of the verb. So how would I know which one is the command verb and which is not the command verb? Just like this. If there's lam sakina right after waw or thumma or fa, I would know this is lam of command. Let's look into this thing a little bit more, inshallah. Okay. There are two things that we should know for simple verbs that have lam sakina versus lam kasra at the beginning. What are those two things? If I see a verb that starts with lam sakina, which appears immediately after waw or thumma or fa at the beginning of the verb, that lam sakina is actually the lam of command. It does not come as lam kasra, but it is the lam of command. It just comes as lam sakina. And also we should know this is a jazm particle. Okay. But if I see clearly a lam kasra at the beginning of a verb, then I should know that is a nasb particle. Okay. Let's look into a couple of examples, inshallah. Okay. So we have two sets of examples here. I have two tables here and we're going to read them horizontally. So first row is verb, second row is type of lam, third row is the meaning. So let's look into the first verb. Thumma yaqta. Okay, so over here, right after thumma, I see lam sakina. That means this is lam of command and this whole verb is the command verb. How about the verb in the next column? ليقطع. Okay, over here I see lam kasra clearly. So this is not a lam of command. Okay, this is a nasb particle. Okay, and also look at the ending condition of the both verbs. Over here you see a jazm at the end. What was originally this verb? This verb was yaqta'u, right? So lam of command is one of the jazm particle. What does jazm particle do? If there was originally dhamma, it changes to jazm. That's what happened here. And how about over here? I see fatha. Originally it was yaqta'u, right? So I see fatha. How did that happen? Because this is a nasb particle. If there's a nasb particle attached or beginning before any verb, then it will change. If the verb had original dhamma at the end, it will change it to fatha. Okay. So now let's look into the detail of each of these verbs. So this is obviously the type of lam is a lam of command. And now look at the meaning. Thumma means then. And qaf ta ain gives the meaning, base meaning to cut. So this verb originally, who is the doer here? This is a third person singular male, he, right? So the original meaning is he cuts. Now lam of command brings the meaning of must or should, right? So now what's the overall meaning? Thumma means then he must or should cut. How about this one? Original meaning was he cuts, and lam kasra means so that. So the overall meaning, so that he cuts. Okay, let's look into the next set of example. فَلْيَعْبُدُوا. Okay, so I see lam sakina immediately after fa. So this is lam of command. This is a command verb. How about the verb in the next column? لِيَعْبُدُوا. Okay, over here I see clearly lam kasra li. So this is a nasb particle. Okay, now let's go over the detail. Obviously, the type of lam is lam of command for فَلْيَعْبُدُوا. And meaning, so what was the original verb? You can tell from the suffix there was a nun fatha originally, right? So originally it was ya'buduna, ya'buduna. So what is ya'buduna? Who's the doer? Third person plural male, they. Fa means so that, and lam brings the meaning of must or should. So what will be the overall meaning? So that they must or should worship. Ain ba dal gives the base meaning to worship. Okay, now this one, liya'budu. Okay, over here, this is, we know this is particle of nasb and it means so that. Okay, so originally this verb was they worship. Now including the particle, it becomes so that they worship. Okay, I hope the difference between lam of command and lam kasra is clear to you. Let's now try to identify command verb in a couple of verses, inshallah. Okay, we have one verse here. So what we are going to do, we are going to try to find command verbs that have lam sakina, and we see the lam sakina immediately after waw or fa or thumma. So I'm going to look for waw or fa or thumma, and I'm going to see whether there is a lam sakina immediately after that. Okay, let's browse over. This is li, this is not what we're looking for. Not yet. Okay, not yet. We're looking for, this is fa, but we are looking for lam sakina right after that. So we don't have that yet. So we keep looking, inshallah. Okay, over here we see fa, right after that we see lam sakina, and this looks like a simple verb, right? So this is our pick, inshallah. So we're gonna mark this one. Okay, now let's continue and see whether we have more. We see fa, and right after that we see lam sakina. So this is a command verb, But at this point, we're not going to analyze this verb because Hamzah is one of the root letters. Whenever we have verbs that have Hamzah or Waw or Ya as one of the root letters, those are not regular simple verbs. Okay, we will cover them later. And let's continue. Over here also right after Waw, I see Laam Sakina. So this is a command verb, but this is not a verb we covered yet. So we are not going to identify this verb yet. This is a different kind of verb we'll cover later on. Okay, alhamdulillah. So now let's identify this verb, inshallah. Okay, so we are going to identify falyanzur. Falyanzur, obviously from ya fatha, you can tell this is active present tense. And we should also call this as a command verb because we have a lam of command. And who is the doer? I don't see any suffix. I see ya fatha. So this is third person singular male is a doer, like he. Root letters, if I exclude fa, lam, ya, root letters are noon, dhara, noon, dhara. So the pattern it takes, nadhara, yanzuru. I get it from the dictionary, as you know. And the base meaning also from the dictionary is to see. It also means like to perceive with eyes. It also and generally it also means to see. What will be the final meaning? Fa means so that, and nadhara, young duru means he, usually like he sees, right? So, but we are going to bring the meaning must and or should because the lam of command. So the overall meaning will be so that he must or should see. Okay. Let's go over one more verse, inshallah. Okay. So let's browse, inshallah. I'm looking for waw or fa or thumma and lam sakina immediately after that. Okay, over here we have fa, right after that we have lam sakina. And this is a simple verb, you can tell. So let's mark this one. Okay, and let's continue. This is not a simple verb. Anytime you have a prefix with dhamma and the ayn position letter does not have fatha, then it's not a simple verb. If the ayn position letter had a fatha, then it would be a simple verb, passive, like yunsaru, yuf'alu, yusma'u. Okay, but that's not the case. The ayn position has kasra. So this is not a simple verb. Okay, so we got one word. So now let's look into that, inshallah. So our verb is فَلْيَعْمَلْ. So obviously the ya has a fatha, so this is active present tense. And we have lam of command, so that we can also call this verb command verb. And who is the doer? I don't see any suffix, and I see ya, so this is third person singular male. And root letters, if I exclude fa, lam, and ya, root letters are ayn, mim, lam. And from the dictionary, we get the pattern amila, ya'malu, and the base meaning to do. So what will be the final meaning? So that lam brings the meaning of must or should, and the doer is a he. So the overall meaning, so that he must or should do. Alhamdulillah. We went over some examples of command verbs that carry lam of command at the beginning, but they appear as lam sakina instead of lam kasra. And we also saw a few examples that carry lam kasra clearly, but those are nasab particles. That lam kasra is a nasab particle. And inshallah, in the next session, inshallah, what we will learn, we will go over examples of command verbs, specifically second person active present tense verbs that have hamza at the beginning. Remember from the chart, if you revisit the charts, you will see only the second person active present tense verbs, command verbs have hamza at the beginning. Okay, inshallah. And The document for all the sessions are available in the description section. So please go over the document anytime you need to pause or you need to really look into the tables and the examples. Please do that. Until next time, keep us in your dua. May Allah grant barakah on all your efforts. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.